Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel Smart Learning. Today we are going to learn what is digestion and that too in a smart way. First we will see what is the definition of digestion. Digestion. Body cannot take or absorb food directly. Any type of food that we eat has to be broken down into smaller and simpler forms. The breaking down of food into smaller forms inside your body is called digestion. The blood then carries the digested food to other parts of the body and different organs are involved which we can see in this diagram such as esophagus, stomach, pancreas, small intestine, rectum, gallbladder, large intestine, liver and salivary glands. So in short, the organs that are involved in the digestive system are mouth, pharynx, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, liver, gallbladder, pancreas and large intestine, and these different organs have different functions according to the process of digestion. For example, in short, we can say that the digestive system is that moves and breaks down the food. Digestion is the process of breaking down food into smaller and usable materials that we have seen earlier. And the nutrients are the important substances that enable the body to move, grow and maintain homeostasis. Now we will see the moving and breaking down of food is known as peristalsis. So what is the main definition of peristalsis? The muscular action of material moving through the digestive system by wave-like action of smooth muscles. This process is known as peristalsis. And the next we are going to learn is the digestion process in detail. So we already know the process of digestion takes place in three organs. That is, the first it takes place in the mouth, the second in the stomach and the third in the small intestine. Now we will see the first digestion in the mouth. The digestion starts in the mouth. The food is digested in the mouth with the help of teeth, salivary glands and tongue. The sharp front teeth help to bite and cut the food into smaller pieces. The flat back teeth help to grind the food into paste. When you chew, your tongue helps to mix the saliva with the food. Many food contains starch, which is an insoluble substance. This starch is broken down into soluble sugar by the saliva present in the mouth. So we feel sweet after chewing the bread because the starch in it is converted into sugar. Then the food is pushed into a long thin tube called food pipe. Then the digestion takes place in the stomach. Through the food pipe, the food enters the stomach. Stomach is a bag-like organ. The muscles of the stomach churn the food with more digestive juices. Proteins and fats in the food are broken down into simpler substances by these juices. Food remains in the stomach for at least 3 hours. This is the anatomy of the stomach, but you doesn't have to learn in detail about the structure of the stomach. Just you have to understand that the second digestion takes place in the stomach and the different parts of the stomach is shown in the picture. Now the third digestion takes place in the small intestine. The food passes from the stomach into the small intestine. The small intestine is a long coiled tube. The inner walls of the small intestine produces some juices. The liver and pancreas also produces some juices. The food are poured into small intestine. This is then absorbed into blood through the walls of the small intestine and the remaining food is thrown out through the anus. This is the diagram of the small intestine, which is a coiled tube. But compared to the large intestine, the only difference is that the length of the small intestine is larger than the large intestine. And the large intestine, the breadth of the large intestine is larger than the small intestine. This is the only difference between the small and the large intestine. Here also you doesn't have to learn the different parts of the large intestine. Only you have to understand the difference between the large and the small intestine. The next is the undigested food. Some food remain undigested in the body as the organs cannot digest them. So they pass into a pipe-like organ called the large intestine. The large intestine absorbs water from the undigested food. The solid waste that remains passes out of the body through the opening called anus. These are the other organs which we doesn't have to learn in detail, which are involved in the digestion process, such as liver, which also produces some juices, bile, then gallbladder, which is a pear-shaped sac, and the pancreas, which is located between the stomach and the small intestine. What are the good eating habits? First one is eat a balanced diet and drink plenty of water. Wash your hands with soap and water before you eat. Third one, eat your food at fixed times. Always chew your food properly. Rinse your mouth after eating. Rest a while after eating. Eat lots of fruits and